There we go. That should be online. Oh boy, I'm just starting on face. My goodness gracious. Me oh my. Hi everybody. How's it going? Hang on. I'm gonna put on some headphones. And then I'll probably turn on my own desktop audio. You guys can play some music in the background for yourselves. This is just going to be a little vibe. Hang on, let me get something up and bumping, a little schmoovin'. Open this. Close that. Give me, what do I want to listen to? Can I have, let's do this. Chat, let's open that up. Hi! Hi guys, how's it going? My goodness, I just opened up chat because I'm a goobery man. Can never pass on a Ben, say a stream. Hey Ben, have you seen my short of all the min-max team as weapons? Shattered Cat, not yet. I will take a look. Hang on, let me write this down. Oh, I miss you guys too. One sec. Catch vid on min-maxed as weapons. Okay, there's that. I'm going to put that up there so that I can watch that later. Hi, guys. How's it going? Are all these guys our bots? No, just you, friend. You are am only bot. Yes, you are bot. Hello. How's it going? Give me just a second. I'm going to turn on some music. Trying to decide what I want it to be. Let's do Lena Ray. Can we get some? Yeah. Let's get that bumping. Turn this up and then down for me. Make sure that that's not actively playing. You guys shouldn't hear any desktop audio, correct? Double check for me. Let's make sure you guys can't hear any music going on in the background. Should be good. Should just be me. So first, most important question for everybody. First time in live, long-time viewer, love your characters and min-max, and thank you for introducing me into a new weapon to subject my players to a D&D. Last Celestial, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Cool, awesome. You guys should be good. Let's see, we cannot, no music heard. We can hear stuff. Yeah, you should be able to hear me, but you shouldn't hear the music in the background. So we should be good. See, you said sounds like mystical music? Give me a second. Let's try that. Hopefully nothing is playing now. Yeah, we shouldn't have any music. Hang on. Let me get that. Let me get that fixed. That should be better. Double check that for me. We should now not hear me and music. Give it a second. I'm waiting for the lag to catch up. Let's see. You cast one short arm? That's awful. You're terrible. Good. No music. Okay, awesome. You guys feel free to turn on your own music during stream. I know that there are some playlists that you can choose that are royalty free that should be good to go. Listen, I just don't want to get in trouble because I am playing music that I'm not allowed to play because, you know, copyrights. Let's go ahead and pop that there. So first, most important question. What color are the lights tonight? I don't care if it makes things look terrible. What color are the lights, guys? What are we? Let's get a poll going. Give me a second. Let me get this written out. Let's do, how about orange, purple, blue, pink. There we go. Let's start that poll going. 4 colors. I'll let you guys choose. We'll do that. I'll set the colors and then I'll get to work on the thing that I actually need to do. While that poll is running, I'm going to go ahead and open this up. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful day and taking care of yourselves. Let's open D&D Beyond into my character builder. Standard. I need to make this character. Let's do that because I think this will work. Let's give this a go. Yeah. Awesome. Enable all partnered content. Let's do that. Yeah, let's get all of it. There's going to be so much to do. Oh, man. Hit point type, manual. I'm going to roll my hit points for sure because I'm not a monster. Oh, I should grab the die for that. No. There's no colored lights yet. Give me a second. I can do that. Okay, good. That should do that. All right, we're going to do class first. Let's do this. Okay, I'm going to end the poll after I grab my hit die for, let me see. Hit die, that's a D10, and then the, is there no, there we go. A D8. Let me grab a D8 and a D10. Once I grab that, we will go ahead and choose the colors for the lights, and then go from there. And I'll explain what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. Let's take that D10. You know what? I want the D10 and the D8 that my girlfriend got me because she's cute and I like her. And I believe that her dice will give me the best chances of having good health. So that, and then a D10. Okay. D8 and a D10. Perfect. Love that. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and end the poll. Run this. End poll. Let me see. Looks like the top was purple with the second being blue. So it looks like we're doing purple and blue. All right. Here we go. Let's make this light a little bit more purple. Pretty intense. And then let's make this light. Oh, I love this. Oh, I am a fan. What about this guy? Does that feel good? All right, we're purple and we're blue. We're going to up the intensity on this just a little bit. Let's get that blue going, and then let's pop that purple up just a smidge. There we go. Purple and blue. How do I feel? Okay. Awesome. Okay, so what the heck are we doing today? I don't have a game up for you. There's nothing to watch, per se. You can definitely turn me on in the background as a background thing. But today, I have D&D characters to make, which is crazy to get to say out loud. So I figured I would hang out with you guys while I do this. So it's not necessarily a full secret, right? It's not like something that I have to hide, but I've got one campaign I'm going to play with my friends in November. And that's the character that I'm making right now. We're going to make him today. And then I've got a charity stream coming up in October that I'm excited to do. And then another stream that I get to do, or not stream, in person, actual like time to play, where I'm going to go do, I think it's called Crits and Castles, but I'm not sure, where I get to go play. Emberglow Gaming is putting on this thing where I get to go play D&D with people in a castle in Texas. And I get to do that in October too. So like October through November is going to be crazy D&D month for me. And I'm so unbelievably pumped to do it. So I get to just like set this up. Bensai will always be the center of attention. I agree. However, I think you guys are going to like Juicebox. Let me explain. So Juicebox is an idea that I've had for a long time that I think I might be able to figure out. Now, I will definitely take some insight from the fans, but Juicebox is a character that I've wanted to run for quite some time. And he is an artificer blood hunter. So the basic vibe is that I'm going to set up this character and create an artificer that goes the armor route, right? Like I get to like have armor and stuff. And then I want that to be, we're going to be doing a horror high fantasy type situation. So we're going to mix arcane with the occult, and we're going to have this artificer in armor, right? But the armor usually is open and is distinctly reminiscent of an Iron Maiden. If you aren't familiar with that, it's an old torture device that has spikes on the inside. You shove somebody in it and close it, and as it bleeds, as they bleed from the inside, like sometimes the eyes cry or different orifices will catch the blood and pour it out. It's very gross. It's a very awful thing. But I'm going to make an artificer in armor that has armor that's an Iron Maiden. And when it slams shut on them, it starts using their blood to fuel their attacks and their actions and their armor. Absolutely incredible. Cinema. I know. I love making D&D characters. I don't think you guys understand. Bensai is just me. That was easy. I love making D&D characters. So I'm going to run this. I'm thinking about maybe throwing 1 or 2 cheeky points into Barbarian so I can get the rage, so I can take like some reduced damage and stuff like that. But we're gonna check on that. So I'm gonna look into this. What level do I get? Unarmored defense. Yeah, I get rage. Bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage. When you make an attack using strength with either weapon or unarmed strike, you deal damage to the target. You gain bonus to damage increase. You gain a level as barbarian. Yeah, absolutely. I have advantage on strength checks and saving throws. I cannot concentrate on spells, so I'll have to keep that in mind if I do add like a cheeky little point of barbarian. I'm gonna have to make sure that I don't worry about concentrating on spells. Rage lasts the duration. Again, like I have to be attacking things as I do that, but we'll see. That would be unarmored defense, and I don't really need unarmored defense because I'm going to actively have armor. So yeah, the council continues to invade my stream. They're welcome here. Just make sure that you clean up after yourselves. Don't be weird. Yeah, juice box, right? Intelligence stats for strength, right? Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So I don't have to be strong. I just need to be like intelligent. So we're gonna do rolled system, right? I'm gonna roll my dice. The way this works for my friend is I'm gonna do 4d6, reroll ones always, right? But I also get to reroll the first 2 that I get. And this character is gonna be level 11. So let's check in on the artificer stuff. And let's see. Yep. Drain magic, transmute magic item, no. Ability score, subclass. Okay, so we're gonna add artificer because this is the core. We're gonna go straight to level 3. Subclass option should be, yeah, armorer. See, so armor spells. I get some extra spells for armor. That's awesome. But arcane armor. As a magic action, while you have smith's tools in hand, you can turn a suit of armor you are wearing into arcane armor. The armor continues to be arcane armor until you don another suit of armor. You gain no strength requirement. Don and doff it as an action and spellcasting focus. You can use the arcane armor as a spellcasting focus for your artificer spells. Armor model, what do I want to do? Dreadnought, Guardian, or Infiltrator? Like, I feel like Dreadnought is like the vibe, right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Dreadnought armor just seems right. So, Force Demolisher, your arcane wrecking ball, sledgehammer projectiles from your armor. Your Demolisher counts as a simple melee weapon, reach property. It deals 1d10 force damage on a hit. If you hit a creature, let me see. An arcane wrecking ball, sledgehammer projects from your armor. The Demolisher counts as a simple melee weapon with a reach property, and it deals 1d10 force damage on a hit. If you hit a creature that is at least one size smaller than you, demolish it. You can push the creature up to 10 feet straight away from you, or pull the creature. Dude, right? Giant stature is a bonus action. You transform and enlarge your armor for 1 minute. For the duration, your reach increases by 5 feet. You're smaller than large, you become large, and anything you are wearing, there isn't enough room for you to increase in size. Your size doesn't change. You use this bonus action a number of times equal to your intelligence modifier, minimum of once. Regain all. Yeah, I mean, yeah, right? Like this is the vibe. Dreadnought sounds really, really good. That just feels right. And I'm probably gonna take like the tough feat so that I can like have some extra health, because if I'm gonna go Blood Hunter, then that's the deal. Now the thing that I need to check, let me go ahead and like condense all this back up, and I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go through and make this happen. Now the thing that I need to do is I'm gonna go Blood Hunter. There's Bane, Maledict, Blood Curses, Fighting Style, and then so my stats are, let me see, primary ability, Strength or Dex, Intelligence or Wisdom. It's gonna be Intelligence, so big stats are gonna be Intel. I need Intelligence as my big stat. And I'm probably gonna take Dex. Like that feels like the best idea. And then let's double check. I'm gonna add 1 level of Blood Hunter. And then let's check those core traits. Primary ability, Intelligence, Constitution, and Intelligence. Okay, so Constitution is going to be my third save. Okay. Cool. Awesome. Yeah, right? Like, this is gonna be so dope. Okay, so Blood Hunter, let me double check some things. My Blood Curses, Hunter's Bane. Choose an option. Intelligence is gonna be my option. Okay. Fighting Style. Let's go up to level 2. Let's check my fighting style. Archery, dueling, great weapon fighting, 2-weapon fighting. I mean, like, I'm not really any of these is the problem. What does archery give me with ranged weapons? Does that count as a ranged weapon? Let's find out. Like, you missed my silly greeting. Also, hi, Iron Maiden concept sounds cool. D hidden 1. Hang on, what'd you say, Goober? Holy streams, Batman! Hang on. Holy streams, Batman! Was that a good old Robin? This is his 3rd and 4th stream I've seen within the past 2 weeks. You've been busy. Why are you building a character, you big nerd? 100%. Yeah, absolutely, definitely. So, like, I'm building a D&D character for an upcoming game that I have. Like, this is just a game. We're probably not going to stream this. We're probably not going to do anything with it. It's just, this is a thing that has to go. Just save your points. Yeah, literally, right? So, like, this is the vibe. So, I want to run this. Let me see. What does this count as, right? Spellcasting. My armor. My model. King Wrecking Ball, Sledgehammer Protection. Counts as a simple melee weapon with the reach property. Okay. Okay. Sure, I am a caster for first and foremost. What do I get at higher levels? Improved armor, armor replication, improved arsenal. No. Flash of Genius. Magic item, Tinkerer. No. Extra attack. I get to attack twice instead of once when I take my attack action. Okay. Sure. Replicate magic item. Yeah. I can create magic items. Makes sense. Checks out. Feels good. Artificer subclass. I've chosen the Armorer. Yup. An armor modifies armor to function like a second skin. Armor crafting makes sense. Armor spells, magic missiles, thunderwave, mirror image, shatter, hypnotic pattern. There are going to be a lot of things I can't focus on if I take the barbarian, so I'm probably not going to do that. Let me see. What does Guardian give me? Thunder Pulse, you discard your pulse, a simple melee weapon. Defensive field. Defensive field is cool. Hang on. If I go Dreadnought, it makes me bigger and stronger and makes a lot of sense. I get to change in size. If I go Guardian, while bloodied, so while I'm below half health, you can take a bonus action to gain temporary hit points equal to your Artificer level. You lose the temporary hit points if you doff the armor. So because I'm running Blood Hunter, if I drop below half health, which is likely to happen because I'm going to be damaging myself to damage them, then that might make more sense for me to, like, maybe not do that, right? I would get the chance to get temporary hit points instead, and it would make me beefy. Infiltrator, lightning launcher, simple ranged weapon. Step is increased. You have advantage on dexterity, stealth checks, and armor impose disadvantage. Guardian might not be a bad idea. I'm going to get an extra attack. You discharge concussive blast with strikes from your armor. The pulse counts as a simple melee weapon and deals 1d8 thunder damage on hit. Creature hit by this pulse has deficient attack rolls that target other than you until it starts. So I can draw attention. Meanwhile, Dreadnought. It feels like the best option is going to be running Guardian, right? Because I take the Thunder Pulse, that's fine. Yeah, so pretty. I've got 11 levels to spend, and I have spent 5 of them so far. So realistically, I think I'm going to need the ability to, like, gain the extra health when I'm bloodied, because my intention is to drop, and I could do that as a bonus action. So I think I'm going to switch to Guardian. I am. I'm building Iron Man armor, but it runs on blood. I know. That's what I'm doing. It's so cool, right? Okay, so let's run this. Yeah, I'm gonna run this Guardian for now. Like, there's nothing that says I can't just change it, right? 3 levels. I get armor that I get to turn magical. So we're there now. I'll do magic item plans. That's taking a second to load. Alchemy jug, antimatter. Okay, so I get plans on magic items to make. Oh, man. Okay. Oh, this is going to be really cool. Okay, so make items chosen below. Okay. Let him cook. You can change it every long rest. Yeah. I can change the armor every long rest? That's insane. Guns, weapons. I can make some things. +1 stuff. Looks like +1 stuff. Okay, so let me choose. Go down to Blood Hunter, proficiencies. Simple weapons and martial weapons. Okay, so I've got proficiency with martial weapons. Which will just be literally attached to my armor. And I will pump the blood directly into them. So what weapons would be cool for an armored pincushion to have? I feel like a flail would be rad. Options. Yeah, it's intelligence for sure. Blood maledict, blood curses. Of course, I'll get my blood curses. I'll choose my blood curses later. My crimson rite, flame, frozen storm. Okay, I'll get that. What do I want to take? Dueling? While you're wielding a melee weapon in one hand and no other weapons, you gain a +2 bonus to damage rolls. Great weapon fighting. When you roll a 1 or a 2 on damage die for an attack roll you make with you're wielding 2 hands, you can re-roll the die. Must use the new roll. 2 weapon fighting. You can add an ability modifier to the damage of the second attack. Okay. It would be really fun to run like 2 flails or a maul. Like it'd be really fun to run a maul that gets fueled with blood, but like that's okay. 2 weapon fighting. What do I take? What do I take? What do I take? What do I take? Guys, what do I take? There's so many weapons. I thought about the armor, but I didn't think about the weapons that I want to take. Ugh, this is terrible. This is so fun. Okay. So let me close this part out. Yeah, we're going to take Guardian. Guardian feels like the best bet. I'm going to close this all out for now. I'll do my magic item plans off of that. Okay. Yeah. Sure. I'd go dueling and get a shield. Artificer can get crazy AC and would work great as a tank. That would be really funny. Morningstar, just give them gloves covered in spikes. What weapons cause the most bleeding? Right. You guys we're all on the same page. We're all on the same page. Okay, so I have martial weapons. What martial weapons do I want? Martial weapons. I need like my list of martial weapons. Hang on. Martial weapons. Looks like battle axe, flail, longsword, glaive, great axe. A great axe would be awesome. Could you imagine? Like a great axe just running through, just snapping things in half? No, I really like that idea. Hang on. I really like the idea of a great axe. Because if I take that, I can like treat myself like, oh, and especially, I think I know what race I'm going to play too, right? Like a halfling or something like that would be awesome. So like I'm up inside this mech suit and I go to swing and then I just spin in a full circle to attack the people around. That's so clean though. Oh my gosh. And I just offload it to one hand and just punch and then go back. Okay. So a great axe is really feeling good. A great axe really feels good. Yeah, right? An unrealistically huge axe feels so dope. That's okay. Let me write great axe. I know it's not like if I ran a maul that's 2d6 bludgeoning, I can max out the damage, and that's like good for min-maxing. But like if I run like a great axe is like that's 1d12 slashing damage, and it's intense, right? And I think it's for an artificer blood hunter named Juicebox. I'll explain in a second. Battle axe is 1d8 to 1d10. If I run a battle axe, that would actually be smarter because that means I can wield it one-handed and then I can use my offhand to like punch. And I can make a punch attack that turn, which is important because of the other, like I could brass knuckles in the offhand when you go to punch. I mean, honestly, it sounds really cool. This sounds really cool. Okay. So let's go back to this. Great axe. Battle axe. Battle axe feels really good, right? And then I can run. Let me see. If I run dueling, and I run this in one hand, and I run no other weapons, I gain a +2 bonus to damage rolls with that weapon. I mean, like, come on. Can I throw my punches? Can I throw my punches? Cast Arcane Armor as a spellcasting focus for your Artificer spells. But my hands would have to be open so that I can cast spells, which means I'm going to have to take Warcaster, right? I'm going to have to take the Warcaster feat to make this work at all so that I can cast while I'm working, right? I have to take Warcaster. So, you discharge concussive blast with strikes from your armor. The pulse counts as a simple melee weapon and deals 1d8 thunder damage on hit. Creature hit by that pulse has disadvantage. It's a simple melee weapon, which means it doesn't say that I have to have an open hand to throw that strike, which means if I take like an Escanor style single-handed axe and I go, doosh, like that's incredible. This is so cool. This is so much more fun than it should be. I'm basically running a dreadnought from Warhammer 40k, right? Like the dreadnoughts are the one with a person trapped inside. Like this is what's happening right now. Okay, so I'm gonna go Warcaster so that I can cast all my spells. This is gonna be so much fun. Okay, so I have to do that. We're gonna nix the Great Axe. We're gonna go Battle Axe instead with a shield. I think that's a great idea. I think the shield is incredible. And then the Warcaster will let me cast things. Okay. Which means I have to get up to a point. Galaxy Cat, please put Bensei in for the callback. What? What did you say, Galaxy? Hi, Galaxy! How's it going? Okay, this is gonna be incredible. Okay. Bloodhunter skill. I'll do my Bloodhunter skill later. Intelligence. I can use... I do not need strength for my weapon. It looks like my Bloodhunter skill, I'm going to have some strength. I'm going to have some strength to use the weapon. Although, if I make Dex my thing, although the AC of my armor, do I really need Dex? Right? Do I need Dex? Because the strength is going to be more important. No, but then I could use... Yeah, I get to use my intelligence as my strength modifier for my armor, right? Is that how that works? Let's see. Artificer skills, spellcasting, intelligence. Yeah. Strength is unnecessary because of the intelligence. So I don't need strength. I'm just intelligent. Okay. You guys are amazing for keeping my brain together. Oh no, Galaxy Cat. Oh no, hang on. My players fought Benfei, and as soon as I said his name, 2 or 3 players were like, "Oh no, we're screwed. It's Bensei." And then they got dog walked by Benfei. He forfeit after he downed one of them on accident, and they want to fight him again when they get stronger. I love this so much. That's incredible. I love that. See my previous message about the reaction of the introducing Benfei? Yeah, I love their panic. You see, for the gauntlets and armor required, you can use intelligence, but if you want to use an axe, I think you need strength. That's what I was thinking too. I might need the strength, which means I might have to go with something dex-based, but again, I don't really need the dex because I'm running... my brain is exploding. Okay, so I'm going to have to make this character in stages. Okay. Let's do this. Let's do, oh my gosh, this is going to be insane. Proficiencies. I'm going to start with my Bloodhunter stuff. I'll do all my magic later. Bloodhunter skill. What do I want? Let's do Arcana. That's going to be my thing for my Bloodhunter. No, I won't. I'll do athletics. Hunter's Bane is intelligence. Blood Maledict. Blood Curse. Each time you use a Blood Maledict, you choose a creature to invoke the curse you on. Yeah. Let's do, what curses can I use? Binding. Attempt to bind a large or smaller creature you can see within 30 feet of you. Must make a strength saving throw on failure. 1 minute. Speed reduces hero. Can't use reactions until its next turn. Bloated Agony. Bonus action. Curse a creature for the duration of the creature's disadvantage on strength checks and dex checks. Takes 1d8 necrotic damage. Okay. Exposure. Temporary weaken its resilience until the end of the loses resistance to all damage types except by the triggered attack or spell. Okay. Anxious. Charisma, intimidation checks have advantage. No. Eyeless. Let me see. Creature you can see. Roll 1 Hemocraft die and subtract that number rolled from the creature's attack roll. You could choose to use this feature after the creature rolls, but before the DM determines whether the attack misses. Creature is immune to this curse. It is immune to the blind condition. You apply creature's attack roll. All the creature's attack rolls until the end of the creature's turn. You roll secretly. Okay. Eyeless. Fallen Puppet. Use your action and instill the creature with final act of aggression. That's disgusting. So if it's Fallen Puppet, then they get marked. You have an active Crimson Right. Let me see. Until the end of your turn, whenever you hit the creature with a weapon for which you have an active Crimson Right, you roll an additional Hemocraft die with determining the additional damage from this right. Next attack roll against target creature before the end of the turn has advantage. Curse of the Marked is sounding the best. Muddled Mind. Creature has disadvantage on next con saving throw and maintain concentration. Now, we're going to go Curse of the Marked. That makes sense. Fighting style, we're going to go dueling for right now. My Crimson Right, let's go Right of Flame. Extra damage dealt by your right is fire damage. Storm. We got to go Storm. It's lightning damage, right? Like, we're going to run extra lightning damage on top because, like, this is... let me see. Also, Ben Fay, be concerned about making deals and casual conversations. He will steal your name. That's amazing. Could armor axe be designed so that it appears to be dripping with blood slowly from the axe at all times? Yeah, Vic. Like, that's yes. The axe will constantly be dripping blood. I would like to imagine that there's a face on the outside of the shield. Oh, I need to write this down. There's a face on the outside of the shield that is constantly weeping blood when I activate my Iron Maiden. Like, it starts pumping it out through the shield, too. Like, it just drips and cries and oozes. This is so good. I love this so much. This character's going to be incredible. Okay. Right in the Storm, lightning damage. Blood Hunter Order. Guide you throughout life. Ghost Slayer, Lycan, Order the Mutant, Order Profane Soul. Each detailed. Yeah. I'll get that at level 3. Let's close these up. Let's go ahead and bump that to level 3 as well. And then we're going to take our Profane Soul, intelligence-based Profane Soul. Those who have taken the Order of Profane Soul have seen the limits of Hemocraft against some of the most ancient and cruel fiends and terrors of the world. Otherworldly Patron. I get a patron? Oh! And Pact Magic. Weapon becomes a conduit for a power you're packed with your chosen patron. As your spellcasting modifier for your Warlock spells. Okay, sure. If I go, what is Ghost Slayer? What does that give me? Join the 3rd level. Weapons shed bright light. You have resistance to necrotic damage. No, that's not me. I'm not a bright, happy guy. Lycan lets me turn into a werewolf. Hybrid transformation. That doesn't necessarily make sense for this, but it is cool. Mutant. Let's see. What do I get? Mutagens. Intelligence modifier. Formulas. What are my formulas? Let's see. What does this do? Number of mutagens you can concoct when you finish a rest. The number of formulas you know increases as you gain levels of the mutant hunter class as shown. Okay, so I get formulas. What do the mutagens do? Mutagens, as a bonus action, you consume a mutagen. Those effects and side effects last until you finish a short or long rest until otherwise specified. While one or more mutagens are affecting you, you can use an action to focus and flush all mutagens from your system, ending all effects. Okay, so here's the deal. If we run Juicebox, which by the way, for people that have no idea what I'm talking about right now, here's the deal. I am going to run a Blood Hunter Artificer named Juicebox that is basically entrapped inside of an Iron Maiden. And when I use my Crimson Rite, that Iron Maiden is going to slam shut and it's going to pump my armor full of arcane blood magic, right? So I'm trying to figure out what to give them. We're going to go with a bit of a theme of electricity because I've gone the Guardian class, or for Artificer, the Guardian armor, which already has the electricity. So I'm going to go ahead and keep that going. We're going arcane blood, sort of electric Frankenstein's monster, but not the monster, just Frankenstein with a mech suit, right? A little Iron Man type situation, but I run on blood and hatred. So mutagen craft for my Blood Hunter is incredible. Let me read this to you guys for those of you that don't know what it does. When you choose this archetype at 3rd level, you learn to master forbidden alchemical formulas, known as mutagens, that can temporarily alter your mental and physical abilities. If I take that, I already have it coded in that my armor is going to start squeezing and pumping my blood. So we may as well go like a little bit like Bane with it and have it like pump blood and extra mutagens through me. And we'll see what happens. At 3rd level, I can know 4 formulas and have 1 active. I'm not going to get past that. So let's see what these are and if they're worth it. Let's start at the top. What is alluring? What does that do? Your skin and voice become malleable, allowing you to enhance your appearance and presence. You have advantage on charisma checks, however, disadvantage on initiative rolls. Celerity. Your dex score is increased by 3, as does your maximum for that score. However, you have disadvantage on wisdom saving throws. Your dexterity score and maximum increase by 4 if you consume this mutagen at 11th. Okay. Convergent. You have advantage on intelligence checks. However, you have disadvantage on wisdom's checks. No. Deftness. You have advantage on dex checks. However, you have disadvantage on wisdom checks. Embers. You have resistance to fire damage and vulnerability to cold damage. Gelid. You have resistance to cold damage but vulnerability to fire damage. Impermeable. You have resistance to piercing damage and vulnerability to slashing. Mobility. You are immune to the grappled and restrained conditions. However, you have a disadvantage on strength checks. At 11th, you are also immune to the paralyzed condition. Night Eye. Sir, I made a cloud giant race monk with the Way of the Shadow, and he can jump in and out of shadows and teleport due to being a cloud giant. So he's basically Smoke from Mortal Kombat, but as a giant? That's incredible! You guys are incredible. I have the coolest people in chat. Oh my goodness. Okay. Ironstein. Ironstein is dope. Yeah. Night Eye. Dark vision out to a range of 60 feet. You also have dark vision. Its range increased by 60 feet. Disadvantage on attack rolls and on wisdom checks that rely on sight when you, the target of your attack, or whatever you're trying to perceive, is in direct sunlight. Okay, so it gives me nighttime eyeballs, but it's hard to see. Percipient. You have advantage on wisdom checks. However, you have disadvantage on charisma. Potency. Strength score is increased by 3. Max. However, you have disadvantage on dex saves. Sure. But if I have disadvantage on dex saves and I'm so heavily armored, rapidity, speed is increased by 10. However, disadvantage on intelligence checks. At 15th level, you get an additional 5 feet. Sagacity, you're increasing intelligence score by 3. However, you have disadvantage on charisma saving throws. That's fine. That's actually, your intelligence score is increased by 3, as does your maximum for the score. That's actually really gross. And if I end up with my rolls maxing out intelligence, and then I can bump that up to like a +3, That would be disgusting and bump some of my stuff real good. We're going to keep that as one that I want to keep for now. But we're going to go ahead and check on the others. I have that. Rapidity. Shielded. What is shielded? You have resistance to slashing damage and vulnerability to bludgeoning. You have resistance to bludgeoning and vulnerability to piercing and vermilion. You get an additional use of your blood maledict feature. However, you have disadvantage on death saving throws. Yeah, that's rough. I'm gonna keep it because I think that's cool. Let's do. I don't need my dex to increase. If you have a disadvantage on wisdom checks, you have advantage on intelligence checks. Deftness. What if I give myself advantage on intelligence checks? I think that's really fun. Can I give my character to you? What are you talking about? Yeah, send it. I made a warlock who has the flying spaghetti monster as a patron. Their name is Pomodoro. That's incredible. Spaghetti tiefling. Spaghetti tiefling. I have the coolest people in my chat on the planet. You guys are incredible. Your brains are incredible. We got to do like public D&D games. I got to get people in on this so that you guys can be seen because you're insane. Luck-based characters who is a glass cannon. So fun. Let's take that. How about potency, intelligence checks, disadvantage on wisdom saves, blood maledict. So I take an action to drop it. That's rough. And then this lasts for how long? Okay, so I could just do this though. Right? Like this is just a thing I get to do. Okay, so this is going to be hard to keep tabs on. There's so much. Right? More like Dr. Doom than Iron Man. I agree. Okay, I've got my formulas. Oh my gosh! Crimex Punishment, thank you so much for the donation. It's my pay week, so I got to show some support to the D&D based stream, even if it's a side quest. Perfect stream for writing the next part of my campaign. Thank you so tremendously much. I appreciate you greatly. It's a pleasure to have you guys in. W Dono, everybody, W's in chat. W Dono, thank you guys so much. Okay. Intelligence modifier. Yeah. My formulas, I have those. It's going to be a lot to keep tabs on all of this. Okay, so we're level 3 there. Let's go through our artificer traits now. What are my skills that I want to take? Did I take Arcana? No, I took athletics. So let's take Arcana. Let's take... Investigation is wisdom based, right? No, perception is wisdom based. Investigation, I believe, is intelligence. Perception, nature. I'm going to take medicine so that I know what my things are. Oh, no, but see, I feel like I'm just going to take the medicine because it seems like it makes sense, right? If I'm running Arcana, medicine, and athletics. See, athletics feels weird. Athletics feels like it doesn't fit. Insight, wisdom, investigation, religion, survival, religion, investigation, insight, history, acrobatics. I'm going to take the history. I'm going to take the history buff. I know it's not much, but I'm going to take the history as my bonus. Investigation is intelligence. Okay, I thought so. So I'm going to take Arcana, medicine. No. I'm going to take investigation. I'm going to take investigation because for this character, my Arcana is what's fueling the creation. Medicine has to be in there somewhere. I realize that's wisdom-based, but it's got to be part of this. And then obviously my investigation, because I'm trying to figure out what my mechanics are and if they're right or if they're wrong, if things are working or not. Okay, so let's see. Brewer's supplies, calligrapher's supplies, carpenters, cartographers. Do I already have tinkerers? I think I just come box standard with tinkerers tools. and if I don't, I'll take them later as an extra thing. Monster harvesting tools is awesome. Painter supplies, potter supplies, weaver's tools, wood carver's tools, mason's tools, leather worker's tools, jewelers, glass blowers, cook's utensils, cobblers, calligraphers, carpenters. Is there no cartographers, brewers? I'm gonna take the brewer's supplies because I feel like that's what I'm gonna use to make my potions. Ministash! Hey, so first off, Ministash put a meteor hammer into the Meteor Smith challenge. Second off, Ministash donated, so W Dono, thank you so much. Ministash, I tested your meteor hammer today. No, I'm not going to tell you how it went, but I did test it. And in there, I saw your note about your TTRPG system. I am going to, I'm going to get into that. So I already reached back out to you on Instagram. Send it to me through Instagram and I'll have it so I can check it, okay? But I was literally going to raw dog type out the links that you sent. The fact that you, by hand, you guys don't understand. Ministash sent me 2 letters in the box for the Meteor Hammer that they put in the Meteor Smith Challenge. One was about the Meteor Hammer. The other was about this TTRPG system. And they literally wrote down the links by hand in pencil. If that ain't commitment, I don't know what is. Send me your links to this TTRPG system and I will get into it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, so let's look into this. We're gonna go brewer's supplies because it feels like having brewer's supplies just kind of makes sense for this guy, right? Like he's originally he's playing with the arcane, he's playing with medicine, he's brewing stuff up, not just for like alcohol, but like he's actively creating potions and tinctures and tonics. And then he starts making mutagens. It's brewer's supplies. I'm in. Spellcasting. Okay, we're going to get to that. Tinker's Magic. I know the mending cantrip. Perfect. The magic walleting Tinker's tools. You can create 1 item in an unoccupied space. I can make a lot of stuff. Oil, torch, bucket. Yeah. I can make all these things. Let me see. Replicate magic item. Plans known. I need to know the plans. 4 plans I need to learn, and I can learn creating an item. You finish a long rest, you can create 1 of 2 different magic items if you have Tinker's tools in hand. Each item is based on 1 of the plans you know for this feature. If you created item requires attunement, you can attune yourself to it the instant you create it. If you decide to attune to the item later, you must do so using the normal process to attune. Okay. When you reach certain artificer levels, magic items column, the artificer features tables, number of magic items you can create at the end of a long rest increases. Each item you create must be based on a different plan you know. You can't have more magic items from this feature than the number shown in the magic items column of the artificer's feats table for your level. If you try to exceed your maximum number, oldest item vanishes and the new item appears. Duration. Okay. And then you can use any wand or weapon created by this feature as a spellcasting focus in lieu of using a set of artisan's tools. Okay. So, weapon, no. Wand, what does that mean? No, yes. What does that mean? Right? Attunement, no. Weapon, no. Wand of secrets. Yeah. Those things. Shield +1. Yeah. Okay. So how many can I have? Can I see the appendix? How many can I have? Does it tell me how many I can have? I feel like it's supposed to tell me how many magic items can artificers have per level. Per level. Gimme. Where? Give me. Show me. No, how many? No, infuse. Yeah. Where? Where does it show me? Does it show me? How many? I'm looking at this. I'm gonna look over. Don't remember about Ben Fay, but I think one of my players are also in the stream, so I cannot sadness. It's okay, Galaxy Cat. I'm just excited. For a day in the airport. Hey, Crazy Chicken, I'm glad you made it safe. Everyone tell Crazy Chicken Lady that we're glad that they made it safe from airplanes and ports. Congratulations. I'm so glad you made it safe from your trips. I hope they were pleasant and wonderful. Or I hope that they're about to be pleasant and wonderful. Give me D&D Beyond. Give me Artificer. This. This. Enter. Gimme. Let's see. Okay, yeah. No, what? No, not that. I need this. There we go. Yup. What is this? Okay. Replicating magic item. Creating an item. Finish long rest. You can't have more. When you reach a certain level, number of magic items you can create at the end of a long rest increases. Shown in magic column. Magic items column. Two. Okay. 2, and then when does it jump up to 3? Okay, is it half your spell casting level? No, it's not. It jumps up to 3. No. Okay. Jumps up to 3. And I won't get past level 6 for this character realistically in the Artificer space, and it doesn't jump up again until 10. Okay. Ben Fay and Ben Fi. All relevant links have been sent. Ministash, thank you so tremendously much. You did not have to send another donation for that, but I appreciate you. I will happily take a look at this. I am so excited. Hey guys, so real talk. I have a second account on YouTube. It's called The Adventure. I am very strongly considering doing a lot of D&D related stuff and voice acting style stuff over there. It doesn't make any money right now. It has like 1,400 followers. So it can't be monetized. It can't make anything. But if you guys are interested in finding that account, look up _adventure, all one word. I'm probably going to start putting stuff up on there on occasion. The problem is my commitment is to my main channel. But the stuff that I want to do for this, for D&D stuff, for voice acting stuff, just doesn't fit on the main channel. It's cool, it just doesn't fit. So I am probably going to start throwing stuff over on there. If you guys are interested in that, yeah, give me a second. I'll find it. Right now, there is one video that's up that is what I originally wanted to do with it, which is more like vlog style stuff. But I think it's just better for this. Give me a second. Here's this. It's not doing anything right now, guys. Like, it's literally not doing anything. I have 2 videos up. One hanging out with General Emily, and one hanging out with my friend, the Sass Dragon. So I have a video with Megan, and I have a video with Emily. 2 of my friends. If you guys are interested in that, they are just vlog-style videos. I will keep those up at some point, and then move those over later to something else. But that's what exists. Okay, back to the grind. Character builder sheet, juice box. Okay, so I can have 2 magic items right now. Let's do... obviously, I need a battle axe +1. I need... Can I have a shield +1? EQRS, yeah. Let's take a shield +1. Let's do that. I'm considered a friend. Yes, you're considered a friend. What are you talking about? Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Waylon Poikinen. Waylon Poikinen. I have something amusing to say that is related to the name of Juicebox. My brother's account name for most things is Juice Booze. And it's funny because he wanted to be Juicebox so badly. Oh, I am sad for him, and Juicebox is a good name. From your work computer on the other room at 10 p.m. There are a few things as disconcerting as hearing an alert from your work computer in the other room at 10 p.m. That is actually very true. Okay, since I just got here, give me just a second. I'm going to continue doing some stuff, and we're going to keep talking, and you'll learn about it as we go. What are the other options? Beat of Refreshment, Pulse Tracks, Breastplate, Armor of Gleaming, Cast Off. What is cast off plate armor? Let me see. I'm gonna leave this for now. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, oh, that's an extra long hair. There it went. I'm gonna do, for now, I'm gonna leave this and check out more magic items that I might be able to use later. But let's leave this at just Battle Axe and just Shield for now so I don't overwhelm myself. Armorer, yeah, I went Armorer. So the trade, Armor trading. You are training with heavy armor. Yeah, I gain training with heavy armor. You gain proficiency with Smith's tools. If you already have this tool proficiency, you gain proficiency in one other type of artisan's tools of your choice. Okay, so Smith's tools. Smith's tools, let me write those down. Tools. Tink tools. Awesome. I need to have those in my bag at like all times. Armor spells, I get extra spells, Magic Missile and Thunder Wave, super cool. I can, oh man, this is going to be awesome. Okay, let's put this away. Let's close that back. I'll take my spells later. My armor model is this. Armor model is this. Off, done. Okay. Cool. All right. So, Juicebox, for all intents and purposes, is officially online. Fun thing I did, I made a character who can melee people from 15 feet away at the level we start at, which is 3. That's disgusting. You should feel bad, and I love it. Campaign I'm going to be running at some point this year. Do it. Honestly, use me as a D&D storyboard and hang out for a while. Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's do level 6 right now. I have 5 more points to spend to get up to level 11. Let me do 6 of 11. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points left to spend. What do I get at these levels? If I go up 2 more, I can have another magic item active, which would allow me to do something with, let's see, Brand of Castigation, creature with a weapon, which you have active Crimson Right. Okay, so I'm gonna get an extra attack. Hang on, I gotta go to one of these and get ability score improvement. Strange Metabolism. Adapt to toxin, ignoring their corrupting effects. You gain immunity to poison damage and poison condition. You can trigger a burst of adrenaline that you determine resist the negative effects of a mutagen. So bonus action, you can ignore the negative side effects of a mutagen affecting you for 1 minute. Okay, I don't really need that, right? Like realistically, at this point, I should be going more into Artificer, because that's really what my build is. I'm a little bit of a Blood Hunter, but I'm mostly an Artificer. Got 3 levels in Blood Hunter, so I could go up to 8, which gives me another ability score improvement. What is Flash of Genius? Yup. Magical item, Tinkerer, charge. Create a replicant magic item, expend 1 level. Okay, drain magic, transmute magic item. Extra attack, ability score improvement. Okay, so I'm gonna have spells. At this point, I'm pretty much online. When did my daughter's soccer practice today? New Jersey today, lucky number 14. Katie, I'm so glad she gets her lucky jersey. I'm sorry you're exhausted, but I'm glad you're here. Literally just made a meteor hammer that can connect to bottles so you can use it with or without a bottle on it. Be smashing stuff with bottles. Bro, ain't that effect. Okay, so the question is, I'm in Blood Hunter, and I'm in Artificer. I got 3 in each. I got 5 points left. Level 8 in Artificer takes me to another ability score improvement, which is going to be gross, but puts me 1 level before Improved Armorer. Bonus damage rolls made with special weapons or arcane. You learn an additional plan for must be the armor category. You replace that plan with another armor plan addition. You can create an additional item with that feature. It must be in the armor category. Okay, so improved armor is really good. Level 2. Level 3 is where I get my Blood Hunter order, though, and the mutant is kind of fire. So if I go Blood Hunter more than Artificer, and I jump all the way up, I get Strange Metabolism, which allows me to resist the mutagens for a minute and makes me immune to being poisoned and stuff. I get Brand of Castigation. When you damage a creature with a weapon for which you have an active Crimson Right, you can channel Hemocraft magic to sear an arcane brand into that creature. You can follow the direction of a branded creature as long as it's on the same plane as you. Further, each time a branded creature deals damage to you or a creature gets you within 5 feet, the branded creature takes psychic damage equal to your Hemocraft modifier, minimum of 1. Your brand lasts until you dismiss it, or until this feature to apply another brand. Once this feature, you use it again until a short or long rest. Okay, so that's honestly just, I mean, it's just not as important. So realistically, I think that realistically, I think we start throwing levels at Artificer. However, I could technically take 1 level as Barbarian. You aren't wearing any armor, your base class, so that I can get my Rage. That would stop me from casting concentration spells, which sucks because being able to concentrate on spells is kind of dope. And I think I have access to, like, a lot of them. I have, like, a lot of them. Let's see what spells. Known spells. Oh no, and I forgot. I have so many spells that I have access to. Oh gosh. Okay, yeah. Because, see, like, Fairy Fire is concentration, and that would be disgusting to run. Tasha's Caustic Brew is also concentration. In a line of 30 feet wide is the redirection you choose. Each creature in the line must succeed on a dex save throw. Cousin acid. So a creature covered in the acid takes 2d4 acid damage at the start of each of its turns, and it's concentration. So, like, there's so many spells. Let's see, first level spells. No. Okay. So, PPE check into shin guards. Drawing thing in horror is not horror genre. There's a person making them stand out is almost as scary as normal. He's a bugbear at glaive. Oh, you guys are so fun. Kind of thinking to add some of my characters from campaign I'm playing cameos, but like it's not much for yeah, okay. Okay, so I'm thinking that I buff myself the rest of the way an artificer. Actually, I think at this point background? Oh no. I have to do my background stuff. Oh no. It's time for my background. What am I? Farmer, guide, hermit. I'm a hermit, brother. Like, I have been sinking into my work. Sailor, sage, wayfarer, aberrant air, archaeologist, carouser, genie touch, flaming fist mercenary, emerald enclave, dragon cultist, harper, haunted one, house agent, house, yeah. Investigator, inquisitive, mist wanderer, moonwell, mithril keeper, purple dragon squire, spellfire initiate, spirit medium, vampire devotee, vampire survivor, Centaur mercenary, acolyte, charlatan, criminal spy, entertainer, folk hero, gladiator, hermit, knight. What does hermit give me? Outlander, pirate, sage, sailor, soldier, urchin. I do use D&D Beyond to make my characters. It's not something for everybody, and the cool part is, so when we did min-maxed, we were originally going to partner with D&D Beyond. That was one of the things we were going to try and do. And a lot of things went forward for that, but they just kind of ghosted, which sucks. But one of the things they gave us as a parting gift before they left was everybody in min-max now has access, I believe at infinitum, to everything on D&D Beyond. Sadly, it's a great play on their part. There's no reason for me to not use it. I've got everything. So I can build from anything. So I may as well, right? What is a grinner? Gold grin began a far off land. Tell the right your grinner, your goals are to spread freedom and inspire hope. Oh, absolutely not. That is not me. Touchstone Ghoul, Vampire the Masquerade. Not a wand slinger, Malenti, Mage Right, Geologist, Time Lost, Marked for Death, Beast Hunter, Inquisitor, Mythos, Weaver, Reveler, Rest Warden, Reflected Wanderer, Night Stalker, Experiment, Crimson Aspirant, Spiritkin, Mechanic, Courier, Seer, Seafarer, Preordained Hero, Doomed. That's Cobalt Press. What is doomed? You've been told Valhalla, but you believe your fate is otherwise. Ability score increase. Let's do Lapsed Inquisitor, Fade Blessed, Explorer, Executioner, Exterminator, Envoy, Disgraced Raider, Courier, Beggar, East Hunter, Agent of Augustine. See, I want someone that's just feral. Ben, where can I get the info to send the Bottle Smasher your way? My P.O. Box is 944 Wilmington, Ohio, 45177. That P.O. Box is something that should pop up from Stream Elements from time to time if you're interested in sending stuff my way. But you can find that over on the Patreon. There's usually a post that exists that's for my P.O. Box. And if there's not, P.O. Box 944, Wilmington, Ohio, 45177. Combine and utilize any 2 power sets from fictional characters. Who would you choose and how would you use them? Oh, Ministash. That's incredible. First off, that's an amazing question. Second off, W don't know. Third, if I could combine and utilize any 2 power sets from fictional characters, who would you choose and how would you use them? Man, that takes my whole brain. Let's say a high-end hotel in the city, entirely homebrew. Oh, that's incredible. Existing space. Yeah, that's awesome. I love that. Let's see. Give me all of the super abilities of a Spartan. Playing Halo right now. I'll take that. Because that would just be fun. Amethyst, you're fine. Thank you for the donation. Don't ever sweat it. W Dono, I don't care. Live your best life. It's okay. I'm just glad you're here, champ. Give me Spartan. Gosh, what should I do? That's really hard because there are so many other good fictional powers. Let me cook on this. Let me think. I don't know. Admittedly, I'm a little distracted right now with the D&D thing. It's a stumper. There's so many different awesome super abilities that I could take. Feels like a... Give me the power cosmic. Give me Spartan. Give me the power cosmic. Give me Spartan. That seems like a fun time. Does that seem like a fun time? That seems like a fun time, right? Okay. The stream was delayed for me, so if you responded to me and I didn't see it, it's because I refreshed. Oh, Amethyst, yeah, you're good. Okay. Blood transfusion, take others' abilities. That's a vibe. Yeah, make me a Cosmic Spartan. That feels like the best, most canon Forerunner Master Chief thing ever. He's gonna transcend matter. When Ben says philosophical right now, you know when it hits him, he's gonna transcend matter. Absolutely. I'm gonna try. Bandit, Defector, Treasure Seeker, Survivor, Mageborn. Sage. Reformed cultist. Acolyte. With a Bloom student, Wild Spacer. Waterdavian noble, absolutely not. Urchin, urban bounty hunter, soldier, smuggler, simic scientist would be fun. Simic scientist would be fun. No, that's not quite simic though, right? Silver quill student, shipwright, initiate, sage, rune carver, ruined? What is ruined? I think it was going so well. You had life, luxury, during a career adventure. You don't seek out dark dungeons, monsters, and having some glory. You do because every other path is closed to you. Yeah, whether it's much fortune, you gain alert, skilled, or tough feat of your choice. Feat reflects how you've dealt with terrible loss, changed your life forever. You kept your senses sharp every opportunity, climbed out of misery, seizing the tiniest scraps of hope. Choose alert. If you've redoubled your efforts to reclaim what was once yours, if you stoically persevered through your misfortunes like tough, sure, that's not bad. I do like the ruined rival intern rewarded. Rakdos cultist would be fun. Entertainer at heart, a performer with a flair for the dramatic and a love for the spotlight. You spent years honing your craft, mastering a demanding skill set so you can perform with them. You're also a member of a cult devoted to an ancient demon who delights in violence and chaos. It just so happens that Rakdos loves a good show, and your highest aspiration is to please the defiler, Lord of Riots, with your own performance. Fierce reputation, a member of a cult of Rakdos, they're careful not to draw your anger or ridicule. Minor criminal offenses, such as refusing to pay food at a restaurant, breaking down. Okay, so real daunted by you. Okay, so a Rakdos cultist would make some sense, but I'm not like an entertainer. I don't think. Noble, Marine, Lorehold student, Knight of the Order, Knight of Solmani. Let's see. Oh, thank you so much for the gift. I appreciate you. Knight of Solmani. Is it Engineer would be fun? And Is it Engineer might be fun. Armed with it. Intellect, love of magical technology, and unquenchable energy. You're an enthusiastic participant in the research work of the Is It League. Though you're likely a beginner, your career as a mere attendant, you can aspire to become a skilled mage or alchemist, a laborer. Yeah. Yeah. Popular connection to the Is It League is based on mad inventions, dangerous experiments, and explosive blasts. Much of the perception is accurate, but the League is also involved in mundane task construction, primarily crafting the infrastructure that allows Ravnica to enjoy running water, levitating platforms. You have a basic knowledge of the structures of buildings, including the stuff behind the walls. You can also find blueprints of specific buildings in order to learn the details of the construction, such blueprints. Okay. Yeah. We're gonna take Goblin. Artisan's tools. Give me my... Oh, thank you so much for the $1. I appreciate you. Big W's in chat. $1 means a lot. If everyone does $1, then that means something. Which, by the way, if you guys are interested, I realize my Patreon is specifically set up for people to pay for classes. Like, that's the thing it's for. I am strongly considering setting up a $1 Patreon tier so that anybody that wants to support me with some car change can. So if that's something that interests you, I know that they recommend not doing $1, but I will set the lowest possible one. And I'm not going to give you anything extra, but I mean, it's just, you get to support me for $1. If that's something you guys are interested in, that would be really cool, because I'm going to be honest with you guys, I am so sick of social media platforms right now. All the twisting and turning and bending that they're doing to AI, that they're doing to the monetization schemes, it really sickens me, and I'm very upset. The most upset that a Ben gets. So what I'd like to do is move everything over at some point to the Patreon so that I'm just interacting with the people that truly care. And if I end up with like anywhere close to the normal following size I have, and everybody is donating $1, I can do so much good. So
if it's something you guys are interested in, I'd like to set that up. Let me know. I'll make a video about this later, but it's something that I want to do. Dude, it's disgusting. It eviscerates my guts, and not in like a cute way, you know, like cartographers, glassblowers, jewelers, leatherworkers, masons, monster, wood carvers, tools, weavers, tools, potters, tools, painters, masons, tools, leatherworkers, tools, jewelers. What are the tools that I have? Smith's tools? Do I have? I don't have any Smith's tools. Carpenters, cobblers, cooks, utensils, glassblowers, tools, jewelers, tools. I'm going to take the calligrapher supplies, actually, because I would imagine that I have to write down my notes. And that's something that I need to do. What do I already have? Acrobatics, I don't have that. Athletics, deception, intimidation, insight, nature, religion, sleight of hand, stealth, survival, performance. Let's do intimidation. Oh, thank you so much for the gift. I appreciate you. Let me see. I should give him the torturer background. Torturer would be really fun, but like extra dark. I like to think of this little critter juice box as more of a I'm gonna do my best and let's see what this amazing concoction does. It just has to run on blood, right? It works, right? Like he's insane, and it works, and he's fun. Like his suit is terrifying because he's a little Pillsbury Doughboy on the inside. Yeah, suit is scary. Dork is kind on inside. Yeah, right? Not in a cute way. I would love to know how one might eviscerate guts in a cute way. Vic, this is a PG stream. Anyway, athletics, acrobatics, and handling. Deception. Let's acrobatics. Deception. Let's go history because I need that nerd lore. And let's do sleight of hand, survival, religion, persuasion, performance, perception, intimidation, nature, insight. I don't really want any of these. Perception. Let's take perception. Let's see. This and this. You guys are ridiculous. Species. Okay. I've got so many species to run off of. I have to be honest with you guys. I am unbelievably inclined to run a halfling so that I fit inside. However, gnome, small, dark vision, gnomish cunning, intelligence, wisdom, saving throws. Yep. Grant you supernatural abilities, forest gnome, rock gnome. Speak with animals. No. I don't need a gnome. Not a gnome. I don't need a gnome. Let's check the halfling stuff. Naturally stealthy, lucky, humanoid, speed, brave, halfling nimbleness. Naturally stealthy, you can take the hide action. No, not a halfling. I do need something small. Not a changeling, not a dampier, not a fairy. Although, do I? No, I'm not a fairy. Not a fairy. Kithkin? Brave, humanoid? No, not a Kithkin. I need someone small. Tiny. Your first ever monk as second character ever. Due to watching your shenanigans on MinMax, thank you for showing me the way of the monk. I shall cause chaos for my DM. Teddy, I'm so proud. Enjoy your monk time, and I hope that you make them unbelievably upset and happy to have you at the table all at the same time. We find Rimkin, Shifter, Warforged. I'm gonna go old rules. Honest gnome. Can we go old? I don't need the expanded rules. Become goblin. Goblin would be cute. Goblin would be cute. It's doable. But unbelievably intelligent. Age, size. See. You damage a creature, attack, or spell a creature size larger than yours. Nimble escape. Disengage or tag action, bonus action on your turn to speak common. Okay. No, I feel like gnome. Rock gnome, mending. I already have mending. Prestidigitation, already have that. Awkward device. Yeah. Toy Fry. Yeah. The device. What do I get? Gnome's lineage. I get extra spells. Gnomish cunning. Speed. Can I run? Do I run a dwarf? Using poison damage, you have advantage on saving throws. Void poison condition. Your hit point increased by 1. Dwarven toughness. Bonus action, you get tremor sense with a range of 60 feet. You must use stone surface touching stone. Use bonus action a number of times equal. Okay. So if I take dwarf, that's going to make me tough. And then I can take the tough feat that makes me tough. And I can have a stupid amount of health, a stupid amount of armor, draw people's attention to me, harm myself and not worry about accidentally murking myself, and then my way through things. I'm feeling dwarven. Like, this feels like the vibe. I don't really need the stone cunning, but it's cool to have. Your hit point maximum increases by 1 and is increased by 1 again whenever you gain a level. I only kiss my homies good morning, Blue Prism. I don't kiss them good night because that's what their significant others are for. I just wake them up. Good. Where can I get the shirt? The Instructor Bensei shirt should be on the, if you go to the Patreon, I know, I have everything in the Patreon, guys. If you go to the Patreon and you click on resources, one of the resources should be a link to the merch shop, and you can buy them from Zazzle. I go through Zazzle. I won't get any money. I should have a different source so that I can get money, but all my stuff's on there. You can get it. Yeah. Okay. I think we're going to go dwarf. Dwarf. Languages. I am going to take Dwarven. But I have that. I should already have Dwarven. And then I've got... Do I have to choose to take Dwarven? Never underestimate Lucky. It's so handy. Love you. Thank you so much for the Iron Code of Druss. Love that. That's a good name. I know the Lucky feat is really, really important. I feel like I should take it too. Right? And that might fit. See? Because that might fit really. Okay. All right. Let's do... Let's take... So, as a dwarf, I should already have Dwarven. Yeah, I have Dwarven. I can speak Dwarven. I don't need Dwarven. Why does it offer it to me? Anyway, let's take Gnomish and Halfling. I'm going to take both of those so that I can talk to people that, like, work with me. Right? We'll do that. Let's go to the abilities. Obviously, rolled. Okay, guys. This is it. It's time. I'm going to roll some stats, and we're going to go back and finish all of the level ups, okay? These are from... lock in, kids. These are from... this should be Eclair Dawnlight. and they made these, and I absolutely love them. I've got 2 D6s that are shaped normal, standard D6 shape, and then I've got 2 of them that are these cute little like tube cylinders. We're gonna see how this goes. I cannot take my camera off of there to show you guys the rolls. I'm so sorry, but I will tell you guys as we go. I know, I hate it too. I'm gonna get a camera that I can move like that. First roll, reminder of the rolling system that we're using. This is a home game. We are going to be doing 4d6, re-roll all ones, and I can re-roll my first 2. Here we go. What do we got? Okay, so we've got a 4 and a 5. I'm going to take those out. The 4 and the 5 are there. I have a 1 and a 2, which means I get to re-roll the both of those. That is a 4 and a 3. Okay, so 8, 9, 10, 11, 16 for the first stat. Not bad. Not bad. That's what math says, right? 4 and 4 is 8. 9, 10, 11 from the 3. 5 plus 1 plus 10. Okay, so 16. Here we go. 16 for the first roll. Pretty good. Pretty good. Next. Ooh. Okay. So I've got a 5. I believe this is a 6. Yes. A 5, a 6, and a 3, and a 2, which means I get to re-roll that. Hang on. In the tray. Ooh, another 6. So 12. Holy cow. So 12, 5, 6, 7, 17, 18, 19, 20. Guys, I rolled a 20. All right. This is an incredible system. Here we go. This is for rolling heroes. Okay, so that's 2 5s. This is going to be busted. I'm going to be broken. Okay, so 2 5s and 2 1s. A 4, one more, and a 3. So 10, 4, 5, 6, 7. 5, 5. Oh my gosh, hang on. I keep doing it. Hang on. I used all 4 of the D6s. I forgot to drop the lowest. My apologies. That means that, oh man, what were my rolls? What were my previous rolls? You guys, keeping track. What were my previous rolls? Because I should be dropping one of these and I completely forgot. Hang on. I'm going to scratch them. We're going to go again because I forgot to drop the lowest as I am supposed to. Listen, I'm tired. It's been a long day. I'm going to roll this again. If you guys remember my stats, don't sweat it. We're going to do it again. Here we go. Ready. This is, oh, okay. So we start with a 6. We roll these. That is 3 and 3. Okay, so that's better. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's better. That's more balanced. 12 for the first roll. Let's see if we still get some good stuff. Okay, so 6 and a 5 is really good. 1 and a 2. 3 and a 4. Okay, so 10, 15, 12, 15. Here we go. That is, ooh, 6 and 6, 2 and 1. No, in the tray. Where'd you go? There you are. Oh, in the tray, please. That was a 4. Okay, and a 5. 6, 6 and 5, so 12, 17, right? Okay. Here we go. No, in the tray. It keeps clinging to my hand. Hang on. In the tray. Okay. Oh, there's that. That was a really good roll. 5, 5, and 4 for a 14. I got 2 rolls left. Here we go. This is 5, 4, 3, reroll the 1. 2, I get to re-roll the first 2 that I get. It's a 1, re-roll the 1. It's a 4. So 4 and 4 is 8, plus a 5, 9, 10, 5, 4, 3, 13. And then let's get one more big whammies. Wish me luck. Did that steel ball with a hole through it arrive? It might have gotten there, but I didn't get it yet. I haven't checked my P.O. box yet. Also, anybody in chat, someone sent me a stone drilling bit. If you sent me that with a way to hook a rope onto it, you sent me the most insane thing I've ever seen in my life. And I did not get the message about who sent it. So I need to know who that was. I'll put up a post. What do we got? Wow. 4, 4, 4, and 5. So 4 and 4 is 8, 9, 10, 5, 4, 3, 13. Another 13. Okay. Stats overall. Here's the spread for Juice Box. Juice Box is, drumroll please, 12, 15, 17, 14, 13, and 13. All right, here we go. So obviously, intelligence is going to be my 17. Like, this has to happen. Next most important stat for Juice Box. I mean, I'm gonna be in plate mail, man. I don't really need Dex, right? Like, am I crazy? I don't really need Dex. So I guess my next most important is Constitution? I think my next most important is Constitution, right? Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Because I feel like so if I go Constitution, I'm gonna have to, right? I'm gonna throw 15 on that. I'm gonna take a 14 for strength. And let's go 12 for dex. And 13 and 13. Okay. So that looks pretty good. That's a good spread. Like, that's pretty beefy. That feels pretty nice. I did not end up taking the level of Barbarian yet. I didn't take it yet. I still haven't decided, but I don't think I'm going to. I think it just makes more sense to, like, run it. I get my ability score increases. Perfect. So let's do intelligence up to 18, con up to... Okay. So I could take that intelligence up to 19 and my constitution up to 16. Or I could take my strength. I could take my strength up to 16. And my... Yeah. I'm going to take my strength up to 16. I'm going to take my intelligence up to 18. Right? Like, that feels like the right idea. Intelligence. And then strength, because I'm going to be swinging around an axe and it's not dex-based. And I'm not a dex build. Okay. This feels incredible. This feels incredible. Let's go back to class. see. And then you read it, the juice box, the can opener is fire. You're funny. That's good. High end stat, strength sounds great, right? I'm intelligence, I'm strong. The strength is just to replace for like, yeah, I think that that's how that ends up working. Okay, so let's go to, we're gonna go to the character sheet now. Oh my God. Yeah, my unarmed strike is a +6 to hit, which is disgusting. +7 to my thunder pulse if I use my intelligence, which is incredible. Ew, 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 ew. I'm gross. Oh, oh no. Okay. All right, inventory. Let's do basic plate, right? Hang on, hang on. Sorry, I'm still here. I don't know what yeah, I definitely overpowered him so much that it swapped everything over. Hang on. Okay. So let me that let's do this magic item. Yeah, I'm proficient in this. I'm allowed to wear this. This is my magic item. Mutagen, Tinker's Magic, inventory. Let's add and then what are you talking about? What are you talking about? I did it again. I hate this. I have my scene swap on the other. Yeah, leave me alone. I know how technology works. I just fat finger my keyboard. which is hilarious because I actually, so when I play League, I have my keyboard set up to have this pretty sort of rainbowy effect, but it also highlights the last key I pressed so that I can tell if I fat fingered it and just didn't nail the button click, or if I actually pressed it and I'm allowed to be salty. Okay. That is equipped. That is my replicated item. That is my shield +1. Replicate item. That is equipped. That is my battle axe +1. Thunder Pulse, melee attack, intelligence. That's disgusting. Okay. So I have a +7 to hit for my battle axe. My AC is up to 21. I'm gonna make it worse. When I level up, I get another magic item. That should probably be plate mail, right? That's the thing that I get. I have so many advantages to my rolls. To track Fey, Fiend, or Undead. Incredible. Incredible. I'm gross. I'm gross. Okay, okay, okay. This is bad. I also have proficiency in Thieves' Tools. I have Thieves' Tools? I guess I do. Smith's Tools, Thieves' Tools, Alchemist Supplies, Brewer's Supplies. I need my Alchemist Supplies as well. I am, what am I? What am I? What am I? What is this? This is disgusting, and I'm so happy. Okay, so I have to take Warcaster so that I can cast spells while my hands are full. Even though my weapons are technically my arcane focus, I'm going to double up and make sure that I take Warcaster. And then I'm probably just going to take Tough. Right? Yeah, I'm going to try. I'm going to try and post videos of this. Otherwise, I'm going to just let you guys know how this goes. Okay, so now we manage. We go back to character and levels. I haven't even taken any spells yet, guys. I've done nothing. Okay. Magic item plans. We're going to take... Is there plate mail? Like, there's a plate mail +1. Is that a thing? Padded armor, perfume, pike, pistol, plate armor of gleaming. I don't need plate armor of gleaming. I need plate armor +1. I don't think I'm allowed to have that. I think I'm allowed to have that at all. I think plate armor of gleaming would be hilarious, just so that I can clean things off when I want to. Ew. What a complex. Half plate armor of gleaming. We'll continue looking at this stuff later. Let's add a level. That would be the ability score improvement. Over on Artificer, this is going to give me... We're going to go Warcaster because that seems like the best bet, right? Where's Warcaster? There you are. So what does this give me so I can make sure I understand this? Let's make sure this is right. And it lets me boost my intelligence again. Oh boy. Yeah, concentration. You have energy on Constitution saving throws. Make concentration. Reactive spells. You can perform the somatic components of a spell even when you have weapons or a shield in one or both hands. Intelligence buff. That puts me up to 19. Right? Oh, this is going to be incredible. This ear piercing video looks super awesome. Did it hurt? Lord Bear, thank you so much for the donation. First off, big W in chat for the dono. Second off, the ear piercing that I have, it hurt a little bit. It was uncomfortable. It felt like someone was taking a hole and putting it in my ear in 2 spots, but it actually wasn't that bad. Big breath out, very good. Corroded and rusted and stuff. Blood is very corrosive. Is the armor going to be corroded and rusted and stuff? That might be why I take the Armor of Gleaming, because it cleans everything off. That might not be a bad idea. We'll see about that being a good argument for gleaming. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4 more levels. Let's put another one here. Level 5 just gives me an extra attack and I get more spells. I am a caster. This will be fun. I'll tell you what. I'll take the plate mail of gleaming. Running star pistol, scale armor. Where is plate armor of gleaming? Let's run that and get that in there just in case. This armor never gets dirty. It bleeds, but it never gets dirty, which is really smart. That's just wise. That's a wise decision. That's good. I like this. Okay. Let me actually swap back over to my character. And let's take max replicated items. I get 1 more at level 6. I'm at level 5. Manage character and level. Magic item tinkerer. As a bonus action, you can touch a magic item within 5 feet of yourself and create or replicate magic item that uses charges. You can expend 1 spell and recharge that item. Number of charges must be gained. Okay. Drain magic item. As a bonus action, you can touch the magic item with 5 feet of yourself and create or replicate magic item. Awesome. Transmute magic item. Magic item action, you can touch 1 magic item, replicate, and transform it into a different magic item. Resulting item must be based on the magic item plan you know. Once you use this feature, you can't do so again. Okay, awesome. I don't really need the Tinker, but I do need the extra thing that I get at level 6. Now we go back and we manage. Inventory all the way down. Replicate armor. Plate armor of gleaming. There's that. Let's save the plate armor in there for now, but I've got plate armor of gleaming. Puts my AC up to 21. Don't touch me. I will punch you. Is awesome. And if I could just bump my intelligence by 1 more point, I'm at 20. My very first and last D&D character was a Drow Samurai Jedi. He was very athletic and wise, but also extremely accident-prone because of the wizard companion. That's incredible. And so now you have to choose if you want to be clean or harder to hit. +1 plate. It doesn't look like it's giving me the plus. Oh, I see, I see. Okay, that's when it gives me the opportunity to do the +1 plate. I don't want to be clean. I want to be harder to hit, brother. I don't want to be clean. I want to be harder to hit. Like, that's the fun option, right? Is I just become a menace. So we go, don't touch me. That is, yeah. Plate +1. Plate +1 is too good to skip. I'm going to turn off the armor of gleaming. There we go. I'm going to take the plate +1. We're going to go back to manage character. Replicate. Plate +1 is my thing. Awesome. I can do this. With context clues from stream. Oh man, trying to figure out how D&D works from a stream of people watching someone build a character at level 11 is an intense way to learn. It's kind of like learning how to drink a liquid, but from a fire hose. Yeah, you'll be fine. It'll work. You'll be fine. Okay, manage character and level. Level 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I got 2 more levels in this. Flash of Genius and ability score improvement. Let's take those. 7. Anything extra happens? No. Good, good, good. Awesome. Yeah, when a creature you can see within 30 feet of you fails an ability check or a saving throw, you can take a reaction, add a bonus to the dice roll, potentially causing it to succeed. The bonus equals to your intelligence modifier, a minimum of +1. You can take this reaction a number of times equal to your intelligence modifier. Regain all XP. Incredible! Flash of Genius is so gross. And level 8 should give me an ability score improvement. I feel like Resilient, Ritual Caster. Bloodlust sounds interesting. What does Bloodlust do? That's a fun one. Strength, Dex, or Con. When you roll a hit point, regain Sanguine Feast once per turn. When you hit a bloodied creature that isn't a construct or undead, you regain. You can expand a hit point die, roll it, and regain number of hit points equal to the number you rolled plus your Con modifier. Okay, but no. I was right. We're going to take tough. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I have to take tough. Yeah. Oh, Juice Box. Oh, Juice Box, buddy, old friend, it's time to roll your hit die. It's time to roll your hit die. Okay, lovely human beings. This is where I get to roll the dice of my lovely significant other, the ones she got me. They are orange with little hearts on them, and they are metal. I am going to start with my 3d10 for my Blood Hunter. And I do start with the max from each for my first level, which I took in Blood Hunter. So that should be 10. Okay. So first level should be 10, which is D10 for Blood Hunter. So second roll, here we go. The Juice is Loose is crazy in 2026. That's another 10. Okay. Third level, that's a 3. Okay, that balances out all right. And then for my Artificer, met him halfway through the campaign and my character was fried like a potato in his metal samurai armor. Oh no! Lord Bear! The story we played was Curse of Strahd. Met him halfway through the campaign and my character was fried like a potato in his metal samurai armor. That sucks! And Strahd sucks. That was the first game I ran, actually. The first game I ever DM'd was Curse of Strahd. So my propensity for horror is, I mean, it makes sense. Okay, so this should be 23. And then let's do our rolls. I got 9 levels, right? 9, 10, 11. No, I got 8 levels for my Artificer. 8 levels. Here we go. First roll. Yikes. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3. 2 more. 6, 5. Incredible. Incredible. Okay, so we are... $12, 20, 30, 41, 60. All right, so I have rolled up 64 health. We're going to add this to what I've already got. Let's see. 64. I have 119 health at level 11. This feels really good. Oh no. Oh no. This is rancid. Juice boxes online. Okay. What other things can I make? I don't really want anything else. Like, there's nothing that I really want as magic items that I need. There's nothing. I don't need anything that's available to me as things to make. I'm gonna leave it. You know, like I'm gonna leave it alone. I don't need that. I think it's time for spells, right? Like it's time to do my spells. Because I haven't even done my spells yet. I get 2 cantrips, 7 spells. Okay. Slots prepared. I'm at level 8. So I get 4 level 1 and 3 level 2 spells. Spell slots per spell level. Yeah. I get 4 and 3. I'm almost at 2 for my 3rd level spells, but I'm not quite there. Okay. So I have level 1 and level 2 spells. Everything. Great. Awesome. Cantrips. Ah, they're sorted. Okay. Awesome. Level 2 spells. Juice! So amazing. Amazing. You might have said this in a previous video, but what was your favorite D&D character that you were absolutely devastated to lose? Oh, gosh. I haven't lost any D&D characters like permadeaths. I just haven't. I've been really, really lucky playing D&D. But there were a couple times where my buddy Tamarind was real touch and go. Give me a second, because now it's time to figure out what spells are going to be absolute cinema for this character. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, my gosh. Okay. I love Juicebox. Juicebox is a bad guy that people should fight. I feel like a level 20 Juicebox would go so hard and break so many people. Anyway, all right, let's find out what spells. Cantrips. When target to a different creature of your choice. Lightning lure. Ten feet straight line. Yeah. Cantrip. Yeah. Okay. So, first option, easy. Easy, easy, easy. Hang on, let me get down to my level 1 spells. Just make sure. Strike, Thunderclap, Thorn Whip, Sword Burst, Spare the Dying, Shocking Grasp. Shocking Grasp is great. We're gonna take Lightning Lure as our first cantrip. Create a lash of lightning energy that strikes at one creature of your choice that can be seen within 15 feet of you. Target must succeed on a strength saving throw, be pulled up to 10 feet in a straight line towards you, and take 1d8 lightning damage if it's within 5 feet of you. Right? So I'm going to reach out with Lightning Lure and just pull somebody to me if I have to. This is the way. Next. Acid Splash could be fun. Poison Spray could be fun. Shocking Grasp from you to a creature you touch. Make a melee spell attack against the target. On a hit, takes 1d8 lightning damage, and it can't take opportunity attacks until the start of its next turn. I feel like Shocking Grasp just makes sense, right? Right? Like this just makes sense. If I run Lightning Lure and I run Shocking Grasp, this allows me to do a lot of utility. Yeah, it feels like that's the right call. I'm going to learn Shocking Grasp. Okay, so we've got that. We're in level 1 spells. How many am I allowed to have? How many am I allowed to have prepared? I am allowed to have how many prepared spells at level 8? 7 prepared spells. Okay, so I have 7 slots total. 7 spells. All right. Oh my gosh, Echo, you're in chat. Listen, I know I told you I was going to be done, but like this is intense. So here's the deal. Juicebox is going incredibly. Juicebox is insane. Your dice, my dear sweet love, rolled me some ungodly health. At level 11, we're looking at like 119 health with an AC of 21. My 2-hit is broken, and currently I'm doing spells that make sense. It's gross. Hi, honey. Pleasure to see you in chat. This is rancid. I need to figure out some spells for them, so I'm going to go to my level 2 spells. We're going to see what we could do. Vortex Warp! Magically twist space around another creature you can see within range. Target must succeed on a con saving throw, or the target is teleported to an unoccupied space. Chosen space must be a surface or in a liquid that can support the target without having to squeeze. 30 feet. Okay. It must be another creature, so that forces me to teleport things. Spider Climb, Skywrite, Sea Invisibility, Rope Trick, Pyrotechnics, Protection from Poison, Magic Weapon. Magic Weapon just makes it magical, right? Yeah, but +1 to attack rolls. Doesn't really do anything. Kinetic Jaunt, Concentration. Oh, gross. Glad the dice are helping. Which ones are you using? Yeah, I use the orange ones. Your orange ones. And I believe if you go all the way back to the beginning of chat when I rolled dice, I said I'm going to use the orange one because they're from my girlfriend and I think she's cute. So like, yeah, I think yeah. Walking speed is increased by 10. You don't provoke opportunity attacks. You move through the space of another creature. It doesn't count as difficult terrain. If you end the turn, you are shunted to the last unoccupied space. Okay, so Kinetic Jaunt is concentration and allows me to move. Homunculus Servant. Invisibility, Heat Metal. Heat Metal would be really funny. Dragon's Breath? Touch one willing creature, choose Acid, Cold, Fire, Lightning, or Poison until the end of the turn. You can make a magic attack. Okay. I must go to sleep, muchachos! Hope you all dream of a better future tonight and have the power to make it a reality tomorrow. Ministash, that was amazing. Thank you so much. And have an amazing night. Love you guys bunches. Bloody Dreams. Hey there, Bensei. Didn't know you make live streams. How you doing? I'm doing great. I'm currently making a D&D character, and we're putting on some of the finishing touches. I'll write the backstory and stuff like that at a later date. But like, this is a good spot to be with this. Continual Flame. Let's see. Arcane Vigor, Arcane Lock, Alter Self, Air Bubble, Aid. Choose 3 creatures within range, increase their max hit point by 5. That's pretty good, but not great for what I'm doing. We're back down to level 1 spells. False Life. 2d4 plus 4 temporary hit points. Okay. So, like, there aren't really many. Enlarge and Reduce would be really fun. If I enlarged myself, 1d4 extra damage. Concentration. I get advantage on my con saves on concentration. Oh, it's good. Oh, it's good. Oh, it's good. I don't. Okay. Web would be fun. Cube narration. Webs are difficult terrain and was lightly obscured. Webs aren't anchored between 2 solid masses. Later across the floor, wall, or ceiling, web collapses on itself and the spell ends. This is the start of your next turn. Webs layered over a flat surface have a depth of 5 feet. First time a creature enters the web or returns starts certain must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or have the restrained condition until while the web or take a break free. Creature restrained by the webs can take an action to make a strength check. Webs are flammable. Any 5-foot cube of web exposed to fire burns away in 1 round, dealing 2d4. I'm going to tell you guys something crazy. So, I'm going to say something really, really gross. It's going to be disgusting. Oh my gosh, my blood is blue. Thank you. That's a good call. Conducts electricity because I zappy. Okay, so I'm going to tell you guys something disgusting. You ever had a really bad nosebleed and you get that blood clot out and it's like extra sticky and long? Don't vomit. You're fine. It's not real. Right? If I shot blood clot style webs and I took web to restrain things so my spells and my attacks had an easier chance of landing, would that be disgusting or would that be vile? Talk to me. Tell me. Oh, thank you so much for the 10, Lord Bear. How do you give a good story? I suck with words. Despite wanting to DM a campaign for the first time, I don't know how to tell a good story. I'm boring. Telling a good story is hard. I'll tell you what, I will do a live stream on telling stories. And my brain just goes, there's a story there. And it's basically, for my brain, oh gosh, I do not have time to properly answer this question tonight. I would like to dedicate an entire video and a good stream, probably over on the adventure, to how to tell a good story. And keep in mind, the short version is telling a story that's compelling to you always helps. Using real life or current pop culture references to help fuel the flame, even if you reskin them, helps. And a flat, monotone story usually barely keeps people's attention, but something that ebbs and flows usually does wonders. That is way too pared down for what that answer requires. W. Dono, thank you so much. I will talk about this. Okay. And never let them know your next step, says Echo. Incredible. What does Skywrite do? Yeah, a lethal sneeze. 10 words. Run. It would be funny to take Skywrite just to throw run up in the sky. That'd be great. See invisibility, rope trick, pyrokinetics. Levitate. lesser restoration, blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned, kinetic jaunt, invisibility. A creature you touch. A creature you touch until the spell ends. The spell ends early, immediately after. If I take invisibility, is that wrong of me? Is it wrong of me to take invisibility? Is that bad? Oh, thank you so much for the dog treats, honey. Like, am I a bad person for doing that? I need to know. Blur, Arcane Vigor, Alter Self, Arcane Lock, Aid. Let's look at the first level spells and see if there's anything that I want. That's way broken? Yeah. I turn invisible and then I pop up and I'm like, hello there, friends! Very, very Reinhardt. Bang! That'd be hilarious. Is it Engineer? I get Chaos Bolt. Hurl an undulating, warbling, massive chaotic energy at one creature in range. On a hit, takes 2d8 plus 1d6 damage. Choose one of the d8s. Number rolled on the die remains the attack damage die as shown below. If you roll the same number of both d8s, the chaotic energy leaps from target to a different target. Okay, so we have to take Chaos Bolt. We're going to take that. Chaos Bolt is too cool. It's from Izzet. Long story short, it's 2d8 plus a d6 damage. If the d8s are matching, then let me see. If the d8s are matching, then it leaps to a different target within 30 feet. I make a new attack roll against it. And if it doubles, it can jump again. That's incredible. We're taking that. That is... You get 3 level 1s. Okay, I took that. Create or destroy water is too good for me to not take. Because then I zappy for extra damage. We're going to take create or destroy water. That feels like a good call. Because I do so much lightning stuff. I do so much electricity stuff. I need to take create or destroy water. It's just too fun. It's too fun to not do, right? Let me see. Let's do... Fairy Fire would be really gross to take. Jump? Long Strider increases my movement speed by like 10 feet. Let's do... Attack spell. The spell doesn't protect the warded creature. Sanctuary would be fun, but I don't know. I have one person protect. Aid, Air Bubble, Alter Self, Arcane Lock, Arcane Vigor, Blur, Continual Flame. So I've got... How did that... Snare? No. Reaction. I'm going to take Featherfall as a reaction because that just feels like a good thing to have access to. Am I wrong? Like, Featherfall is just a good idea. Just in case. I have no idea what the game is going to be, but if we're up in a high tower or something like that and I fall, I need to not fall and die. I'm currently making a D&D character. I'll run you guys through all the things at the very end. Thank you so much for the jewels. I appreciate you guys. Tasha's Caustic Brew, Snare. I really want to take Catapult. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I think it's funny to throw things. Choose an object, straight line, 90 feet in the direction you're choosing. If it hits someone, it does 3d8 bludgeoning damage. And I think it'd be really funny to, like, 1 to 5 pounds within range that isn't being worn or carried. The object flies in a straight line up to 90 feet in a direction you choose before falling to the ground, stopping early if it impacts against a solid surface. Must make a dex save, probably against my spell save DC, which, let's see what my spell save DC is. You guys want to vomit with me? Here we go. What is my spell save DC? 16. My spell save DC is disgusting. It's 16. That's incredible. That's incredible. Okay. Manage character and levels. Oh no, I am playing Bensai next campaign. Don't panic. This is for a completely separate game. I've got like 3 D&D games coming up that I'm super excited for. Okay. Manage. No, not manage character sheet. Appearance. Manage character level. Spells. Known spells. Let's do boop 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 doop boop doop doop. Catapult is fun, but it doesn't make any sense. Reaction. Lessening the effect of storing it for your next melee attack. You have resistance to the trigger damage type until the start of your next turn. Also, the first time you hit with a melee attack on your turn, the target takes an extra d6 for trigger type. Spell ends. Take acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder damage. I want that. I want absorb elements. Absorb elements would be fun, right? If I can take it and it washes over the armor and then it charges like runes in it that then let me dump that back out into somebody, I think that that's incredible. So we're going to take absorb. So far for our level 1 spells, which I might take more of because honestly I can just upcast them. We've got absorb elements so that I can absorb incoming damage as a reaction. Chaos Bolt, so I have something that I can actually cast out as a spell attack. Create or destroy water, so that I can better embolden my electricity, which is a good call. I have Feather Fall as another reaction, so that when I fall down, I don't die, right? Because I'm thinking of myself as a heavy boy, and I think about physics, and I would like to not fall down and die. I have Lightning Lure as a cantrip, so I can pull somebody to me. And I have Shocking Grasp for if they're up close. It's 1d8. It's going to be like as much as my single-handed axe, but it's like a d8 plus some extra numbers. Okay. You nearly die from laughing every single time, of course. Featherfall, Snare. Level 2, Arcane Vigor. What does that do? Heal yourself. Roll 1 or 2 of your unexpended hit point die. It's your spellcasting ability modifier. Those dice are then expended. Arcane Vigor's gross. It lets me heal on the spot, and then I get that plus the extra hit points from the other thing. I can heal myself forever. Okay. I'm really cooking on this Arcane Vigor. I am a huge fan of this. Okay. Enhance ability is not a bad idea, and large reduce is too cool to not think about doing. Heat metal would be really funny because heating someone's armor would be incredible. And they're not going to hit me because my AC is 21. I could cook something until it expires. This is incredible. Okay. Yeah. One willing creature you touch gains the ability to move up, down, and across vertical surfaces along ceilings while leaving its hands free. The target also gains a climb speed equal to its speed. I feel like if I took Spider Climb, that would also be really ghost. Really gross. Really gross. I'm going to take it. I'm going to take Spider Climb. I am going to take Arcane Vigor. Invisibility is too funny to not take. I mean, invisibility is too funny to not take, right? Like, invisibility is too funny to not take. Rope trick. So is Spider Climb. Spider Climb is extremely situational. But if I do Spider Climb up something and then I lose concentration and I fall, I have Feather Fall to save my skin. So we're fine. This is good. This is good synergy. Kinetic Jaunt is concentration. I need something that's not concentration. I might be able to take another level 1 spell because right now I just don't feel like there's enough here for me. False Life might not be bad. It gives me extra health. Absorb Elements. I already took that. Cure Wounds. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take Cure Wounds. Because having a little bit of healing for other people is a good idea. Oh, and for you, my good friend, that said I need to think of War Bagel. How I want to flavor Spider Climb? What are you talking about? I got this, brother. Easy. So, down by the feet are some extra nozzles that the blood is not actively running to. When I use Spider Climb, I force the blood that's pumping through my systems to go down to the feet. It adds an extra level of sticky tact, and then I mix in some arcane magic and use the natural adhesion to stick me to the wall. It gets tacky, it gets sticky, so it just holds me to the wall and I climb. It's perfect. The other option is that it actively, like hydraulics in a spider's leg. Oh, that's even cooler. So spiders run off of they run off of hydraulics, right? Most invertebrates do. They run off of hydraulics. They increase pressure to make their joints expand and contract. I could be like an actual spider and have extra like talons or claws around my feet, and when I pump the blood down, it forces those to into the wall, and then I let go and I grab, and I let go and I grab. I like that more. I like that more. That's really gross and that's cool. I like that more. So I'm gonna run off of hydraulics, and it's gonna be my blood that pumps into it, and it goes, and I climb up the. Ah, that's so cool. Ah, I love this so much. Sorry, I keep yelling so loud. I'm so happy. Oh, good night, Galaxy. Bye. And the stew has been 482 days. That's insane. 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. That's a good stew. Okay. So, Spider Climb, Arcane Vigor. I'm just gonna like pull myself some healing, man. Like I'm just gonna and give myself some extra health to run with. No reason not to. And then all my other spells should be great. Feather Falls, so that if I fall down, I'm okay. Cure Wounds, so that I can heal my friends. I can like literally give them an infusion. I'll say that I'm like, what's the universal donor? Is it O? Is it O-neg? Is the universal donor? Hang on, let me look it up. Universal donor. Oh yeah, O-neg. So I'll say that I'm like O-negative, which sucks because I can't accept blood from anywhere else, but I can give it to everybody, right? Like that's the deal. So Cure Wounds, I'll just jam a needle in somebody and then pump them with O-neg, and I'll just be like cured. That's awesome. And then Create or Destroy Water, so that I can make my electricity do extra dumb. Chaos Bolt, so that I have a fun thing to cast out. Let's do Create or Destroy Water. I mean, literally, I'll use the Arcana and the Science, because I'm an Is-It engineer, to have like a launcher that scrubs all of the stuff that makes my blood blood. which I need to learn, but I'll scrub that, leave just the water, and then pump that out and use the Arcana to increase the volume where the science wouldn't allow, right? And that lets me do create or destroy water. I'll have like these shoulder mounted launchers that go, or I can have like a hose from the inside of the arm or something. I've got Chaos Bolt, which I will throw out as a slug of magic, and we'll just like call it random. It's blood, but it's the arcane, and it's just like, it is a random piece of the arcane weave. I learned it from a wild magic sorcerer friend of mine in Izzet College, and I just took the idea and ran with it. And then I've got absorb elements so that maybe that's what ends up fueling. Maybe I reverse engineered that Chaos Bolt as well so that I could absorb random stuff and throw it back out, and that's part of the same deal. Good friend of mine, that. And then for my other cantrips, I've got Lightning Lure, and the Lightning Lure save is 16, and Shocking Grasp is a +8 to hit. Chaos Bolt is a +8 to hit. This is incredible. This is so much fun. I don't have anything that I could just fling and throw cast. Like, I'm going to have to be close for things. This is awesome. Okay, the only thing that I don't have, so I took Shocking Grasp. I mean, I might swap the Shocking Grasp. Let's see. What is Force Blast? Frost Blast would be fun. Frostbite, Green Flame Blade, Light, Lightning Lure, Mage Hand, Magic Stone, Ryan Step, Produce Flame, Ray of Frost, Resistance, Shocking Grasp, Shocking Grasp. See, so I've got Shocking Grasp. It'd be nice to have a spell that I could just throw willy-nilly with a +8 to hit. I should probably have that. But I feel like, I feel like this is good. I feel like thematically this is good. I'm not going to be good at everything. But, like, I feel like this is good. Oh, thank you so much, Depot. I appreciate you. I am having an amazing night. I get to set up a D&D character. I mean, I need to do my background and stuff like that. I need to go through some of these pieces. I need to go through some alignment stuff. I'll go through some characteristics and alignment stuff later. But let's take a look at Juicebox, I guess. Okay. You guys want to see Juicebox? Hang on. There we go. This is Juicebox. I realize that my face is covering up some of the stats here. But right now we're looking at hang on, let me scroll up a little bit. We're looking at a +3 to Strength, +1 to Dex, +2 to Con, +4 to Intelligence, +1 to Wisdom, and +1 to Charisma. I have Initiative of +1. My armor is 22! And I have 119 health with a walking speed of 30 feet. Strength save, Dex save, Con save. My Con save is +6, which is awesome to save and maintain my spells, right? I've got Intelligence of +8, Wisdom +1, Charisma +1. Those are my saves. My passive Perception is 15. My passive Investigation is 18. My passive Insight is 11. My attack rolls with my battle axe are +8. My Shocking Grasp is +8. Chaos Bolt's +8. Unarmed Strike is +7. That's awesome. Thunder Pulse is +8 for 1d4 +4. And it's thunder damage on hit. Oh, it's thunder, not lightning. Interesting. Good to know. Good to know. Which means I might be able to swap some things. My Thunder Pulse, we're going to call... I need to figure out how to flavor that then. We'll figure out the flavoring for that later. Oh, God. Wow. Okay. So my mutagens... Tinker's Magic. While holding Tinker's tools, you can create it. I don't need that. Transmute magic item. Stone Cunning. Mutagen Consume a single mutagen and side effect until... And the effects and side effects last until you finish a short or long rest unless otherwise specified. I can buff myself with... Let me see. Which mutagens am I allowed to use? Where are my mutagens? Where are my mutagens? My Crimson Right is... I have so much that this character does. Other features and traits, mutagens, Hemocraft, Blood Maledict, Crimson Right, mutagens, formulas. Once per day, basically, once per short or long rest, I can give myself an increase to my intelligence of +3, which gets me up to a +5, almost a +6. With disadvantage on charisma saves. I already have a +1 to that anyway. I can use an additional Blood Maledict feature. Conservant and advantage on intelligence checks. Ew. And the potency, your strength score is increased by +3. So if I need to increase my swings with my battle axe or stuff like that, that's incredible. This is intense. This is intense. My spells, I have Lightning Lure. Hang on. I got Lightning Lure, Mending, and Shocking Grasp. Absorb Elements, Chaos Bolt, Create or Destroy Water, Cure Wounds, Featherfall. I have Magic Missile and Thunder Wave as extra spells. And I could just cast Magic Missile. Like, that's just a thing that I get. So I can run that. Let me see. That should be... Yeah. So I can run Magic Missile and just lob 19 plus 22. So that is a 6. Oh! I can run +6. Oh, no! That's so busted! That's so busted! This guy's incredible! I love Juicebox so much. I love Juicebox so much. Okay, lovelies, here's the deal. It's late. I'm tired. I still need to go home and eat. I still need to go to bed. And I still need to hang out with Echo for the evening because I adore her so much. But I had an amazing time doing this with you guys. If you guys are interested in like seeing this game, I'll pass it along. We'll talk about it. It might be live stream. But this is cancer. This is disgusting. This is disgusting character. This is disgusting concept. I love this so much more than words describe. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. I cannot wait to see Juicebox in action either. I'm going to run some test combat with you guys at some point. I'll run like test games and see what he does against monsters. Let's see how he fares and we'll go from there. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe. Have an amazing night. And I don't know what the council is. It scares me a little bit, but I love them anyway.